Hello everybody out there in the music community. This is Michael Soldier 777 Comanche here. I figured I'd show you a quick video of, and I haven't done this type in a while, of albums that I have released in a certain year. So in this video I'm going to touch on the years 1996 and 1997. So even though we're well into the 90s at this point in time, there are some great quality albums released in those years. Let's get right to it. Now this one I'm about to show, there's three different release years for this one, where depends on distribution. I think Rugged Records is 1995, and two other ones is 1996, 1997. But what I have is, so I didn't show it in my last video. It was originally released in 1995 on Rugged Records. But the version I have, which is Ken Tamplin, We the People, I got the 12-song version, which was released in 1997 on CEM Records and CBM Records Publishing. So so it's a European distribution. So mine's a 12-song version, but I think the other versions is 10 songs. This got 2 extra tracks on this one. So Ken Tamplin, We the People. Originally came out in 1995, but there's 2 other release years for this one, 1996, 1997, according to Discogs. There you have it. So I figured I'd show that one. I didn't show that in my last video, but I figured I'd show this one. Ken Tamplin, We the People. Next up is one of those, so the rest here is going to be for 1996. There are 3 albums. And I think this is one of those on-demand CDs, which is Ken Tamplin, We the People, Ken Tamplin, Weird Oznands. So this one here has this is not a bad album. It's got some okay songs and some pretty cool songs. So Ken Tamplin, Weird Oznands, and the publisher of this one on Discogs showing that 96. There you have it. Next up, we have a great album from one of my favorite bands. This band's my top 10 favorite bands. It's Impellitteri Screaming Symphony. Originally came out in 1996, and just every song of this one is good. It's got a version of, no, that was the last one, sorry. I was going to say I'm a Warrior, but I sounded one before this one. But yeah, a lot of good songs in this one. Walk Away, Rat Race. I think Rat Race probably one of the more standout tracks on this one. I think the video floated around on YouTube on this one, Rat Race. So yeah, a lot of good songs in this one. That's Impellitteri Screaming Symphony. There you have it. Next up, we have a Christian Lillegren related album, which is called Modest Traction, Divine Luxury. A lot of great songs in this one, which came out in 1996. This is just before him and what's his name, CJ Grimmark formed Narnia. I think Modest Traction was closing out or ending, and this is more 70s hard rock like Deep Purple and You Are a Heap, that kind of vibe to it. And Narnia is more of at least starting out, was more of a neoclassical power metal, progressive metal band, similar to Yngwie Malmsteen. So they completely switched styles of music from 70s hard rock with heavy on the Hammond B organ, from Modest Traction, went right into neoclassical hard rock and power metal with the likes of Yngwie Malmsteen. So this is anyway. This is Modest Traction, Divine Luxury. This is the last album, and I don't think I showed the 2 previous albums before this one in when I did those years. But it's the 3rd album, and he released 2 previous one before this one. The first album came out in '92 was consisted of 2 different demos, and they put together in one album with the collected works on the first album in '92 called Get Ready. So there you have it. And I think the second one is called In Your Face or Truth in Your Face. Came in '94. So and there's a 3rd one came in '96. There you go. Modest Traction, Divine Luxury. All right, guys. Next up we have 1997. I got a fair number of albums to show you from 1997. Let's get right to it. So here we have Whiteheart, Freedom, the last Whiteheart album to date. I think pretty much the guys went our separate ways at this point in time. Sorry, did I say freedom? I meant to say redemption. Sorry, redemption. This is not my favorite Whiteheart album, but it does have some good songs. Looking Glass, Man Overboard, Remember This. I think it's three songs like in this one. There you have it, Whiteheart Redemption. Next up, we have Petra Praise 2, We Need Jesus. It's our second Petra Praise album. At this point in time, the band's been around for 25 years. There you go. And I think this got 4 originals, if I'm not mistaken, around 4. And the rest is praise covers. There you have it. Next up, we have a great album from the band Jerusalem. And usually when people say, when people list their favorite albums, they usually cite Warrior or Dance to Heaven Servant. But this one is equally great, I think, in terms of these ones. It's more of an underrated album where it's hard to get on this side of the pond in terms of its rarity. And I think the Swedish version is more common. But here we have Jerusalem, Those Were the Days, 1997. Every album, this one's good. I mean, Those Were the Days, Traveling Through the Ages are 2 of the standard tracks in this one. There you have it. If you can find those 2 songs, check out Those Were Days and Traveling Through the Ages. 2 great songs. There you have it. Jerusalem, Those Were Days, 1997. There you have it. Next up, we have the last to date Res Band album. And like Whiteheart, this is the last album in 97. I think at this point, some went separate ways. There's some incarnation of the Resurrection Band that happened after this through Glenn Codger's solo and the Glenn Codger band at some point with 1 or 2 other members. But here we have Resurrection Band Appendectomy, which is an acoustic album. There you have it. So next up, we have a pretty cool live album. I know this was a popular live album, more of a cult following. I think, maybe you can quote me on this or don't take much to the bank, but this one here don't seem as popular as other live albums like Bloodgood, Live America, Shaking the World, and Petra Captured Time and Space, but it's got some good songs on it. Here we have Holy Soldier Encore, and there's 2 studio tracks in this one, which is In the Inner Whisper, and they feature both their main singers on this one, Eric Wayne and what's his name, Stephen Patrick. And Stephen Patrick and Eric Wayne sing on each of the two new tracks in the Inner Whisper. But it also has their classics like See No Evil, Hey World, Lies, Virtue and Vice, The Rain Comes Down, Rust, Last Train, and Stranger and Promised Man. And also it's got what's his name singing on Eyes of Innocence, what's his name, Pat Boone. There you have it. So there you have a Holy Soldier Encore. Pretty good live album. Not my favorite live album, but it's got its moments. There you have it. And next one for 1997. This is a compilation album. I debate whether I should include this one. But I'm not sure I include compilations in my previous videos for when I talk about years, but I figure I'll show it in this one. Here we have Ken Tampa and Liquid Music, which is a pretty cool compilation. It shows much of his material from 1990 to about 95, and it shows 2 unreleased tracks, which is Something Sacred and Lord Have Mercy. So it shows 2 unreleased tracks, but much of these albums are from 1990 to 1995, his works. And the albums featured are the ones shown here on this compilation, if you see here. So 8 of his albums from, and also she includes Shout as well, I think. Let me double check that 1 second now. Let me see. Save Me, Testify. Living for My Lord, so that's from their first solo album. Can't Tell My Friends, Axe to Grind. Find the Ways from his Axe to Grind. Yep, so I think it shows from the solo album, album 2, including let me see, We the People. Yeah. So it doesn't show as two it's two Shout albums, songs from those, but it shows from Axe to Grind, Soul Survivor, um, Tamplin, In the Witness Box, and We the People. Yeah. So okay, yeah, because Elmer Rose on that one, and that's from Ken Tamplin in the Witness Box. Elmer Rose is pretty good. Is a pretty good tune. So yeah. So yeah. So it shows, and of course, this when this album came out, this is the album he had out to date that he worked on with other bands. There you have it, 8 albums at the time. So kind of cool include those album covers. There you have it. So Camp Liquid Music. If you like compilations, I highly recommend you pick this one up. It showcase a lot of his great tunes over the years, from 1990 to 1995. There you have it. Next up, we have a Christmas album. I can't believe I didn't show this one, play this one this year. Maybe I should have for Christmas. I was more or less focusing on the Stryper album, Greatest Gift of All, playing that album this Christmas. But here's Ken Tamplin, Colors for Christmas, and it shows his own versions of Christmas standards, like "O Come All Ye Faithful," "Silent Night," "God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen," "He Came Upon a Midnight Clear," "Hark the Herald Angels Sing," "O Holy Night," "Do You Hear What I Hear," "What Child This," "Little Drummer Boy," "What Child This," Flamingo Version, "Amazing Grace." There you have it. Ken Tamplin, The Colors of Christmas. There you have it. And last but not least, we have a EP, which is a great EP from this great, amazing band which I showed in the previous year, 1996. Ken Tamplin, Fuel for the Fire. This is an import, a Japanese import. There you have it. Came out in 97. And I think when it came out with Scream Symphony, then in 96, and Ira Hurricane in 97, this was the Tie Fans Over. It's a 4-song EP. Fuel for the Fire, Stand or Fall, Paradise, and Tears in the Eyes of the World. So I think this is the Tie the Fans Over from Scream Symphony over to Ira Hurricane. This came in between those two albums in 97. There you have it. So anyway, folks, that's my albums I have in 1996 and 1997. Hope you enjoyed that. Appreciate if you like, subscribe, and comment on my videos. And I'd like to reach a goal of 150 subs. I'm about three subs short. Anyway, folks, have a great day. All the best. Bye now.